this is Mike the WanderingTook. I've got my coffee. Do you have yours? Grab a seat. It's time for some Marvel Champions. Oh, this is an exciting one. We have the grand finale of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. box. I'm calling this my Misfits of S.H.I.E.L.D. campaign because I'm taking just random characters through it, switching up my heroes, trying out some new combinations, things I haven't played with before. So today I had a plan. I was actually building a Star-Lord deck, and then I ran into a deck on Marvel DB called How to Train Your Dragon by Andy R. And I loved it. It's not a super powerful deck, but it's fun, and it's built around the theme of just bringing Lockheed out and doing fun stuff. So this is a Kitty Pryde leadership deck. It does not use the sidekick because the plan is to not keep Lockheed alive. It's to keep recycling Lockheed to use his when revealed ability, or his when you put into play abilities. So slightly different than what I did last time. And hopefully it works out and we have a lot of fun with it. All right, so before I delve into the many details of this, we are going to set the stage with some story. Scenario 5, Baron Zemo. You defeat Citizen V only to discover that his true identity is Baron Helmet Zemo, and the Thunderbolts are simply Zemo's Masters of Evil with new costumes. You're about to put him under arrest when, to your relief, a massive helicarrier and dozens of S.H.I.E.L.D. troopers arrive on the scene. Your relief quickly disappears, however, when they state that they are here to do what the Thunderbolts failed to do and bring you before the S.H.I.E.L.D. Executive Board for questioning. You decide it is best to go along with them and try to sort out this situation peacefully. Standing before the Executive Board, you are dismayed to learn that they already knew that it was Zemo who was leading the Thunderbolts, and that he was doing so with their blessing. You are certain that Zemo must be involved with AIM in the abduction plot, but you need evidence to prove it. You have to act quickly because you know that Zemo is whispering poison in the board members' ears in an effort to turn them against you. You are placed in a holding cell, but with a timely assist from Agent Coulson, you make your escape. You go on the hunt for evidence of the plot and use it to uncover the mole on the board, all while trying to avoid injuring too many of your fellow S.H.I.E.L.D. members. Okay, this one is a little different. It is a campaign, but even when you play in standalone, you kind of have to play by a few of the campaign rules. The Executive Board has to be in play. And because we followed the campaign, we start with a number of secrets that we left off with, which, because I've been keeping on top of it, is simply one secret on the Chief Surveillance Officer. What do we know so far? Well, we know one of them is a mole, and in Cluedo style, we are trying to suss out which one. We have uncovered four pieces of evidence. That's one means, two motives, and one opportunity that we know are not associated with the mole. And if we look at the handy-dandy table at the back of the S.H.I.E.L.D. book, what do we know? Well, we know that the motive has to be whatever this yellow one is. I'm sure we'll discover that later. And it could still be anybody, but odds are in favor of the Chief Tactical Officer. So for the moment, we are going to play as if that's the case when we make our decisions, which you'll see when we get there. Some other setup to note. Let's see. We've got Baron Zemo is a double-sided card. He cannot be defeated as is. Instead of defeating him, we reset his hit points and remove 3 secrets from amongst these board members. All right, let's get there. Zemo's manipulations. Starts with 2 threat. Goes up by 2 per player. This is a lot. Response after the player phase ends, the first player may place 2 secrets on a board member that has no secrets already on it in order to gain 1 card from the S.H.I.E.L.D. envelope. So I get to search for a little more information. And then we could make an accusation. We do not get to proceed unless we have accused a board member. So there we have it. We're going to try to get at least one of them, probably 2, depending on what my setup looks like and how badly we're about to thread out. This one can get away from you quickly. Baron Zemo's no slouch. He's got 3 scheme already. Okay, so I have the option of putting a bunch of cards in my deck. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm just going to leave these out to the side, and we're going to play full Lougheed. Well, let's get ready here. I start as Kitty Pryde with my solid mass form, which gives me a free resource to pay for an attack event. That's cool. And I'm not too familiar with Kitty Pryde, so hopefully I don't make too many mistakes. I'll try my best here. Alright, drawing into my opening hand. Airwalk, Phoenix, Energy's nice. Suit up, okay, we're good. Command Team, and Build Support. These are all great. These are all really great. So none of my pieces, but all of the tutors for my pieces. So let's begin. We are going to suit up. Search my deck and discard pile for an ally. Who is that ally going to be? Well, it's going to be my dragon, of course. And something that can be attached to that ally. Where are you? Danger Room Training. And we add those to my hand. That build support is going to be good. Yeah. All right, some decisions to make. I've got, oh man. So I do want build support because I do want to get the actual danger room out. That's one of the key pieces to this deck. But that's just to get danger room training. So actually, yeah, we're just gonna put Lougheed and my stuff out first. So let's keep the build support in my hand. We'll put danger room training on my Lougheed, but I will first flip my mass form upgrade so that when Lougheed enters play, because I'm phased, he removes 2 threat from the main. I will then flip. And after, oh, I see. Yeah, this is me not playing Shadowcat well. Okay, let's say if I started in my solid form, then I played Lougheed, I would actually hit Zemo for 2 right when I enter play. Then when I flip to, then I can flip to phased, flip over, and then thwart with Shadowcat to get the 2 threat off the main. That leaves me in phased form, and I am ready for upkeep. Okay, so this is the, well, I'll draw my, do I draw my hand first? Not that it really matters. But I'm going to put 2 secrets on somebody who doesn't have a secret. That'll be the tactical officer, because hopefully it won't matter. To draw a card from the shield envelope, and it is Security Scanner. Okay, so we know that the Security Scanner and the, where's the other means? The Wiretap are not the means. So whatever the orange one is, which actually rules out the Chief Surveillance Officer completely. Yeah, because whatever orange is, we know that that's not the motive. Okay, so we have, get this all on the table here. Opportunity, we have purple. What does that give us? So we still have, yeah, Chief Tactical Officer is still on the board, and the Chief Medical Officer is still on the board. But we have narrowed it down significantly. So, yeah, we are going to have to go for that last one. All right. Here we go. Baron Zemo puts 2 threat on. Shadowcat. I didn't even attack with Lougheed last turn. Whatever. Let's just, yeah. Yeah, whatever. So I'm defending with Shadowcat. I get hit for nothing because I defended with Shadowcat and she is phased, which means I flip into solid form. Bad card is a shield agent that has quick strike, dealing a damage to me. And when he activates or is defeated, add a secret counter to the board member with the fewest secrets. Okay, so we now have a secret on the Chief Medical Officer. That's kind of annoying. That's very annoying. Let's spend a suit up to build support. Let's see, I am in solid form, so I can change to fast. Oh my gosh, with a quick shift, that's pretty cool. And what does Airwalk do? Airwalk lets me remove threat from a scheme. Okay, so this is just pretty simple stuff. That shield agent is going to be a pain. Continually adding secrets, and I'm not quite set up for this. So we're going to use... Oof, can I not get rid of anything here? Well, I do want to get 2 off the Chief Surveillance Officer. Let's get that out of the way to take 2 off of build support. And then I will thwart with Lockheed to get rid of the last one, which means I can dig for a support and put it into play. And it is my danger room. Which doesn't do a lot for me at all. Yeah, this is a thing. Okay, we're going to quick shift to go back into phased form. And this is too much. This is too much to flip. What will I be? I'll be at a 7. I do kind of want to flip, though. I'm going to flip. I think I'm going to flip to Alter Ego. I can always reset. It's early in the game. And draw into Kid Omega. Strength, okay? Pixie, make the call. Phase strike and make the call. Interesting. It is the end of my turn, so I'm going to put 2 secrets on the Chief Surveillance Officer to discover the last card from the shield envelope. And it is Authority. All right, so Authority is our opportunity. What do we know? So we have Authority and Security Clearance. So our means is the orange one, our motive is the yellow one, and our opportunity is the red one. That means it is actually the Chief Medical Officer that is our culprit. Is this the time? I don't think we're going to make it yet. Because I think I'm going to let this play out for one more turn. One more turn. Just to set up a little bit. And then this is going to go crazy. I don't want it to go crazy after I've made the accusation. I want it to go crazy now. So that I can get rid of the threat simply by advancing. That is if I actually survive this. So we have 2 threat on the main. Plus the 2 that was already there. Between Baron Zemo and the shield agent, we're going to thwart for 5, or scheme for 5, plus Baron Zemo's boost of 1. Okay, so we are actually at 10 threat on the main of 12. And my bad card is Monica Rappaccini. Oh, and the shield agent, by the way, would also take up Chief Medical Officer because he activated against me. That thing's terrible. All right, and we have Monica Rappaccini, who is vulnerable. Okay, and victory -1. This, I don't think I'm flipping back into this form. Well, I guess the question is, am I going to be attacking or defending? What am I going to do here? I think I have a make the call, which is amazing. Unfortunately, I'm kind of in the wrong spot for it. Lougheed is going to attack for 2. We're going to put 2 on the shield agent. Yeah, is this it? Do I just start taking this down? Yeah, we're gonna flip. So we know that the Chief Tactical Officer is on our side. So I'm gonna spend a strength to deal 2 damage to the shield agent, which is gonna put a tick on this Chief Tactical Officer again because he disappears. That thing's terrible. Then I believe... Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I could do this even better. Yep, we're just going to back up a sec. I'm going to spend a pixie and a make the call for a Kid Omega. And then I can spend a phase strike to deal damage to each enemy. So that actually has... Yeah. Then I can put the tick on the Chief Medical Officer instead. And then I can spend that strength to deal 2 damage to Monica. And then between Kid Omega and Monica, we can, or Kid Omega and Shadowcat, we can take out Monica. Yes, that does put her in the victory display. That is going to make things difficult for me later, but that's fine. Okay, so now it is the end of my turn. I'm going to keep make the call in my hand. I am going to not, there's no point in adding tokens anymore. However, I can accuse the Chief Medical Officer. Let's see how that works. All right. As we knew, using medical records. Oh, ideology was their motive. Okay. And their opportunity was their travel plans. We have confirmed that it is indeed the Chief Medical Officer, who is the mole. So we've guessed correctly because we 100%ed it. So we advance to 2A. We make an accusation. Yep. For each guess you got wrong, none. So we don't have to add secrets to the other board members. We didn't accuse the wrong person. And I believe at this point we advance to 3A. Actually, we have to flip the one who's the mole, right? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so the accusation is done. Okay, when revealed, we flip Baron Zemo to his unmasked side. His hit points are now up to 18. We then have to dig through the deck and find Baron Zemo's sword. Ooh, I should have kept my kick. Yeah, so he's hitting for a lot now. Yikes, he's a 3/4. What a villain. Then we flip to 3B. When revealed, we flip the mole to his attachment side. So Baron Zemo's a 5 now. After a secret counter is placed here, either heal 2 damage from the villain or deal 1 damage to the friendly character with the fewest remaining hit points. Yikes. And we place a threat here for each secret counter on each board member attachment. So that would be a total of 3 threat. And looks like we have 12 threat total. So we still have some wiggle room. But we can still have these two board members flip on us, so we got to be careful. Okay, that is end of my turn, so I will ready up. I did not attack, did I? Did I attack? I attacked. I should be in solid form. And we draw up into, well, doesn't really matter. None of my pieces. I do have Shadowcat Surprise, which is nice. So our goal now is to take out Zemo. We start with 2 threat on the main, so we're up to 5. Baron Zemo is hitting me for a heck of a lot. Kid Omega is going to be a deer and jump into the way. When he activates against me, either place a secret counter on a board member or give Baron Zemo an additional boost. Let's give him an additional boost. That's 5. Yep, so he's hitting for a whole 10. Kid Omega, it's a good thing you're an Omega level mutant. And my bad card is the ends justify the means. I can defeat, he either defeats the minion with the fewest remaining hit points, which doesn't happen, or I discard an ally or support I control, remove secret counters from among board member environments equal to the discarded card's printed resource cost. Well, that's going to be Lougheed. So I get to remove 2 secrets. That's kind of nice. Okay, the ends justify the means, don't they? Well then, I do have some options here. I'll be making the call, which is going to cost me 2 resources, which means I can still do some attacking. Okay, so I'm going to thwart for 2. I'm going to spend a resource from Solid, spend a Utopia for a Shadowcat Surprise, which deals 3 damage to an enemy. That will be Baron Zemo. And ready my hero. I will thwart for another 2, because I know what Zemo can do. And then I will flip. I will flip into phased form. And then I will make the call. Actually, I'm not going to flip into phased form yet. I'll keep in Solid. I will make the call, spending my remaining resources to put Lougheed into play, triggering his when he enters play ability. Because I'm Solid, he deals 2 damage to Baron Zemo. And because I'm an alter ego, I can exhaust Danger Room to throw that Danger Room training back on Lougheed. And then he will attack to deal another 2 damage to Baron Zemo. Readying up for end of round. Drawing into won't stay down. Intangible interference. Phase strike, there it is. Effective leadership, quick shift, and game time. I like this a lot. We have 2 threat on the main. Baron Zemo is scheming for another 3. Plus 1. So we're at 7 threat of 12. My bad card is Battle of Wits. Baron Zemo schemes. If this activation would place any threat on the main scheme, you may spend mental resources to prevent it and remove secret counters from among board member environments. That's cool. So he's scheming for 3 plus 1. He's scheming for 4. So if I wanted, I could spend 4 resources. Why bother? We are going to just stick 4 on. So, yeah, he's up to 11. So this is do or die. Let's choose do. I just realized I played something slightly wrong. That quick shift should have been a defense interrupt when I first played it. Hey, how often do I play Kitty Pryde, right? Okay, things that I want to play. I want to play... Ooh, I do like this effective leadership, but that only works when you play an ally. Okay. We're going to flip. And I'm going to use my Solid for a resource. Spend 2 cards for a phased strike. Ooh, Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. So that is 6 total damage, bringing Zemo down to 5. Lougheed will then attack for another 2. I will game time to ready Lougheed and heal a damage from him. He will then attack again for another 2. And then Shadowcat will finish off Zemo. And there we have it. So that's Zemo. He's not the hardest final boss. He is incredibly interesting. He definitely kills you in a different way. Most of the other ones just tend to brute force you to death. This guy is such a schemer. In solo, at least, I feel like that's where his strengths lie. Multiplayer might be a different story. He can get really beefy. Like I said, he hit me for 10 in that second last round there. Well, let's look at the victory. Baron Zemo is defeated, the mole is exposed, the heroes are exonerated, and the players win the campaign. Hooray! Well, thank you everyone for joining me on this adventure. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope you saw some neat little tricks and inspired you to build some slightly different ways. This was a giant experiment for me. I definitely went outside my comfort zone and learned a lot doing so. So please, I encourage you to do the same. And if you have fun decks, hey, throw them up on Marvel CDB. And who knows, maybe you'll see one of them in a future video. Thank you everyone for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Have a good day.